Money. It's something everyone wants, but only a few truly master. For most people, financial freedom feels like a fantasy, something reserved for the elite, the lucky, or those born with connections. But what if I told you that many of today's self-made millionaires didn't start rich at all? They started broke, uncertain, and scared just like everyone else. The difference? They learned how to make money work for them, not the other way around. They built systems, took calculated risks, and mastered habits that created freedom, not just wealth. Because real freedom isn't about owning fancy cars or luxury vacations. It's about control. Control over your time, your choices, your energy, and your future. Today, we'll break down how smart entrepreneurs, not just the billionaires, but ordinary people who started from nothing, achieved true financial freedom. We'll uncover the principles, the mindset shifts, and the hidden truths that most people never hear. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll not only understand how they did it, but how you can start walking that same path. They stopped trading time for money. Most people spend their lives working for money. Entrepreneurs learn to make money work for them. That's the first major shift. Here's the thing. Time is the most limited resource you have. You can lose money and earn it back, but once time is gone, it's gone forever. Yet, society trains us to exchange time for a paycheck. You show up, you work hours, you get paid. It's safe, predictable, and completely limiting. Smart entrepreneurs break that rule. They create systems that separate their income from their time. They build assets, businesses, products, or investments that continue earning even when they're asleep. Think of someone like Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Workweek. He didn't become wealthy by working harder. He became wealthy by building systems that earned while he rested. Or small-scale entrepreneurs, people running online courses, e-commerce stores, digital agencies, who built passive or semi-passive income streams. They all share one thing. They understand leverage. They leverage time, technology, and people to create income that isn't tied to effort. If you're still thinking, that's not possible for me, remember this. Every successful entrepreneur once had a full-time job, a family, and 1,000 doubts. The difference is, they refuse to stay trapped in the cycle. Ask yourself, are you working for survival, or are you building something that will one day work for you? They mastered the psychology of money. Most people think financial success is about knowledge, knowing how to invest, budget, or save. But ask any entrepreneur, and they'll tell you the truth. It's 80% mindset, 20% mechanics. The way you think about money determines everything. If you see money as something scarce, you'll always chase it. If you see it as a tool, you'll learn to use it strategically. Smart entrepreneurs are deeply aware of their emotions around money. They don't let fear or greed control them. When others panic during economic downturns, they see opportunity. When others chase hype, they stay calm. Take Warren Buffett. During every major financial crash, while the world panicked, he quietly invested in undervalued companies. He understood that fear makes people irrational and patience makes people rich. Even smaller entrepreneurs follow the same rule: emotionless money decisions. They plan, execute, and review, but they don't panic. That's what gives them the edge. And here's something to think about. How often do you make financial choices based on emotion? Whether it's retail therapy after stress, impulsive investments, or fear-based saving, emotion costs people more than bad advice ever will. Smart entrepreneurs rewire their psychology. They treat money like energy, something that flows to those who respect, manage, and multiply it. They invested in skills, not just assets. When most people think of investing, they imagine stocks, real estate, or crypto. But entrepreneurs know something most people ignore. The best investment is always you. Skills are the foundation of wealth. You can lose your business, your job, or your savings, but if you have valuable skills, you'll always rebuild. Every successful entrepreneur started with learning. They studied communication, negotiation, marketing, sales, and leadership. The soft skills that drive business growth. They learned how to solve problems, think creatively, and adapt fast. A man named Jason, for example, started as a warehouse worker making minimum wage. Instead of spending his weekends binge watching shows, he learned digital marketing from free online courses. Within 2 years, he launched a small agency. Within 5, he was financially independent. That's the power of skill investment. It compounds. The pros know that every skill is an income stream. The more valuable your skills, the more leverage you have. And once you combine multiple skills, say communication with technology or creativity with business, your value multiplies exponentially. So before chasing the next investment trend, ask yourself, when was the last time you invested in you? They built multiple streams of income. If one thing defines financial freedom, it's this: never rely on a single source of income. The average millionaire has at least 7 income streams. That's not luck, it's strategy. Because no matter how secure one business or job feels, life is unpredictable. Markets change, industries collapse, and technologies evolve. The smart ones diversify long before they need to. Let's look at an example. A woman named Farah ran a small online clothing store. For years, that was her only source of income, until one supply chain disruption nearly destroyed her business. She realized how fragile her situation was. So she started teaching others how to launch online stores through digital courses. Then she invested her profits into real estate and dividend-paying stocks. Within a few years, she had created financial balance, multiple streams protecting one another. That's what true entrepreneurs do. They don't just make money, they build ecosystems that support them. And here's the part people overlook: you don't need $1 million to start multiple streams. You just need one working stream and the discipline to build another beside it. It's like planting trees, one at a time. Over the years, those trees grow into a forest that shelters you from financial storms. They used failure as fuel. If you ask any successful entrepreneur about their path, they'll laugh before they answer. Because behind every overnight success are years of failures no one saw. The difference between winners and quitters isn't intelligence, it's resilience. Smart entrepreneurs treat failure as tuition. They understand that every mistake buys wisdom, and wisdom compounds. Take Elon Musk. Before Tesla became a household name, he was on the verge of bankruptcy multiple times. His rockets exploded, his products failed, investors doubted him. But every failure became data. Every setback became a step forward. Even on smaller scales, entrepreneurs like local business owners or freelancers learn this truth fast. You can't grow without discomfort. The first product will flop, the first deal will fall through, and the first client might disappear. But those who push through the chaos come out sharper, stronger, and smarter. And maybe that's what most people miss. Failure isn't a dead end, it's feedback. The only way to truly fail is to stop learning. So when things fall apart, remember this: every successful person once stood exactly where you are. What separated them was the decision to keep going. They focused on freedom, not luxury. This might be the biggest secret of all. Real entrepreneurs don't chase luxury, they chase freedom. In the early days, they drive old cars, live modestly, and reinvest every extra dollar into growth. While others chase shiny symbols of success, they chase independence. Because luxury impresses others, but freedom changes your life. There's a story about an entrepreneur named Liam who built $1 million business, but still lived in a small apartment. When asked why he didn't upgrade, he said, "Because every unnecessary expense is a chain around my ankle." That's the mindset. The pros measure success not by what they spend, but by what they control. The more you own outright, your time, your schedule, your choices, the freer you are. And once they reach that freedom, they might enjoy luxury. But by then, it's optional, not addictive. So maybe ask yourself, are you chasing financial freedom or just financial validation? Because those two roads look the same in the beginning, but end very differently. They leverage technology and networks. In the digital age, the smartest entrepreneurs use leverage, not muscle, but multipliers. Technology and relationships are two of the biggest. They use tools, automation, and AI to replace repetitive tasks, freeing their time for strategy and creativity. They don't try to do everything alone. They build teams, partnerships, and communities that multiply results. But here's something most people overlook: relationships are a form of currency. The right connection can save you years of trial and error. That's why successful entrepreneurs invest heavily in networking. They surround themselves with people who are smarter, more experienced, or more inspired than them. You might have heard the saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. That's the philosophy they live by. They learn from mentors, collaborate instead of compete, and use collective knowledge as leverage. Because one great partnership can create 10 years' worth of progress. And technology amplifies it all, allowing one person with a laptop to reach millions, automate businesses, and scale beyond what was ever possible before. And that's what you can do too. Because the path to freedom isn't reserved for the chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to change the way they think, act, and build. So maybe today's the day you start building. Not just a career, but a system of freedom. One that supports your dreams, protects your peace, and gives you back control of your life. If this inspired you, share it with someone who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep, practical stories about building real freedom. Because your journey to independence starts not tomorrow, but right now.